Hey team, it's Daniel again with Brazos Valley Boars and Varmits. So, in 2014, 10 years ago, when I decided that I wanted to get real serious about my night hunting game and step up my equipment into using thermal, there were 3 YouTube channels that I was watching all of their content consistently. Anything they put out, I was just absorbing it as much as I could, and I was going back and watching their old stuff, and I was just taking it all in because I knew this was what I wanted to do. One of those channels was ran by Todd Huey of Lone Star Boars, and back in April, he put out a video saying that he wanted to start doing some collaborations with YouTubers, and 7 minutes into that video being released, I texted his business phone, because he's got it on his Huey Outdoor Thermal Dealership website, and so I texted it to him, and I've texted him before on other things for, for sales and stuff, and he's been super responsive. And he sent me a text back very quickly saying, yeah, man, let's talk about scheduling, make it work. And that was back in April. And so this is June now. And we got done with our hunt. And I am just tickled pink by the fact that one of the guys that I had just been looking up to for so many years now came down, and we actually got to do a hunt together. We hunted for a couple of nights. We kept him up here on the property. There was no way that we were gonna let him have go get a hotel room. No, he just stayed in the RV. That way I could hang out with him as much as we could, absorb as much knowledge, experience, insights, input, anything that he had that I could glean off of him. I was soaking it all up as much as I could, and the guy was a pleasure to have over, to be hanging around with, to spend time with my children, my wife, my family. The guy was just a wonderful person all the way around. Everything about it was great, and so I want to share with you of the story of a couple of nights of how our hunt went, and just how hanging out with this dude and having fun with him was. So guys, let's get into it. Here we go. So Todd shows up, and we have all of our pleasantries, shake hands, say hi, get to meet each other, get him settled into the RV. And then he does bring a couple of rifles that we haven't been able to look through these scopes yet, so we take a gander through them. He does want to double check the zeros on those. So not only do we play with them a little bit, he shoots them to double check the zeros, and then my kids want to look through them also. My girl even takes a shot because she wants to see how that works as well with his fancy stuff.
I guess it's a toad.
What's it do?
It's eating mosquitoes.
That one's you. This is a professional hunter. Yeah. And this is an 11-year-old girl. So do you shoot like a professional hunter, or does Todd shoot like an 11-year-old girl? Yep, I love to be an 11-year-old girl.
So guys, Todd Huey has already put out his video of our outings on his channel, Lone Star Boars. So obviously I'm going to put a link in the description. Go check that out. Obviously, if you've heard of me, then hopefully you've heard of him and are already watching his stuff. So he's already put his video out. But I was so thankful that my best friend Homer, who is kind of my right-hand go-to guy for all of this stuff, helping me out, was able to come out these same nights as well and do a lot of this third-person videography for us.
So what I really want is I want to be able to ride here, but that's going to be pretty hard.
This is going to be the first property that we hunt. It is some wide open cow pastures. I say wide open, you do see different tree lines, and so we will find pigs between the different tree lines, trying to go between the creek water sources and the ponds, and then just tearing up this guy's cattle pasture.
So all the footage that you're seeing right now is through my Rix Stride ST6. That is a helmet-mounted monocular, and this is a very affordable 640 unit. That's one of my next videos is going to be doing a full review on this, but just, quick hint on that. This thermal monocular that goes straight to my eyeball is wonderful. I'm so glad I've upgraded to one that has onboard recording, but it does not have any audio. So all that you're going to see is video. The next thing I want to talk about is what we're fixing to drive up into here. You can see that we keep scanning across back and forth, looking for any pigs. Those are just rocks. But what we're fixing to do is come across a left-hand turn down into a little bitty water crossing. And as we come up out of it, there's a tree line that goes on either side of it. So being that I am on the driver's side, it just makes perfect sense that I need to turn my head to the extreme far left to look for any pigs that are over there. And then the driver's side does the same thing. The passenger does the same thing, but he does it on his side, on the right side of the vehicle. And then the guys in the back are basically just kind of double checking behind, us as well. Well, what's going to happen, and you can see the turn coming up, what's going to happen is as soon as we get across this little ravine, I am looking hard left, and Todd is talking, which, obviously we've been talking this whole time, and he says the word pigs, but like that just doesn't register to me that he actually sees pigs, because we've said pigs how many times over this entire time, and it just, there's the ravine. It just doesn't hit me. They're like, oh no, he sees pigs. So across the trees up here to the right are going to be pigs, but you're going to see my camera look extremely to the left, because that's the spot that if they're going to be there, I should be able to see them. And so I'm going to look hard over here, because that's just, tactics. That's what's going to make the most sense. And then he's telling me all this, and I'm like, oh, there's pigs. That's why you said pigs. Dang. So we don't get any of these. We just watch hog butts as they disappear into the tree line. And we just talk some more about the tactics that we use for how to approach these situations the best. So this entire group, they get away. We sit here and we watch them for a little bit, thinking, all right, well, maybe they'll just settle down. They'll stay calm, and we can try to make an approach on them. And as you can see, they're just filing away into that next tree line, and then they go across the fence over to the neighbor's property, and so they're gone. So that one turned out to be a bust, but we do have a solo board that's coming up next.
I guess I was ready to do it, but I guess you didn't understand. I was quiet.
Let's see if they do. They're going to be gone.
So where we found this next solo boar was down deep in a bottom flatten area, and it is super wet down there. So rather than driving the golf cart down into it and getting stuck like we know we're going to end up doing, we decide we're just going to trek on through there on foot. So using the Psionics, or a Digital Pro night vision camera, where my buddy Homer is filming all this stuff with some IR light, using the natural moonlight. But just listen to how sloppy this is. And this pig is on the other side of all of that. So we stop because we realize that we're getting fairly close to him. He's on the other side of that tree. You can see him there as the only black thing that's sticking up above this tall grass. And at first, we decide that we're going to shoot from here. So we actually set up our sticks and start getting ready for the shot. And in the top left-hand corner, you can see my Rix Stride helmet-mounted thermal. So I'm going to flip that thing up and out of the way, and we're going to get ready for this shot. So after a minute of standing there, I realized that I brought the wrong thermal to make this shot, because I'm running the Envision Nox 18, which is a base power of 1, and that's going to come real handy in our hunt the next night. But for tonight, I should have brought something with a little bit more magnification. I can do this, but man, I'm fixing to take a shot right in front of some guy that I've looked up to for so many years, so I want to get closer. Now, Todd actually brought the right thermal scope for this one, because he brought a Rix Leap L6 with a base mag of 2.8. So this would just be a chip shot for him, but I decided, hey, let's actually get closer to that tree that's in front of us, use that as cover and poke out around the side of it, so that way we can get close enough that we can both make this shot and just get it done all at the exact same time, rather than me making a bad shot, trying to play catch up. No, let's not play these games. Let's do this right. Let's scoot up a little bit. So now that we're a lot closer to this pig, you can see through my Rix Stride ST6 on my helmet what this pig looks like at 1x at this distance, which is what my Envision Nox 18 is going to be looking like as well. So obviously that pig's a lot bigger in the screen. I'm going to be able to make this shot so much easier. So I'm happy about this, and so now we're going to set up for our shot from right here next to this tree.
Yeah, back up. I'm recording now. Yeah, whenever you're ready.
You want to do the count?
I'll let you do it.
I'm ready, you're ready. 3, 2, 1. Staying on. He's up. It's coming to us. Oh, and keep coming to us. Alright, here we go. Take. I've had my first kill with a man I've wanted to kill pigs with for a long time. Todd Huey, thank you very much for saying yes.
For inviting me out.
Man.
Looks like a good one.
If we see nothing else tonight, this has been a big win for me. Just that right there.
That's a fun little stop.
Hell yeah.
I thought we were going to sink there for a minute. I stepped in one hole, went all the way up to the top of my boot. I was like, one more in. Story of my life.
Oh, okay, pig.
The biggest pig we shot tonight.
You're damn right.
Some good cutters, you know. Anybody bring a camera?
You're looking at him.
Hey!
That's first shot, I think.
Yeah.
We're spot on. I can't believe he got up.
He was in two-wheel drive mode the whole time. He is stank.
Well, after that solo boar, we went on ahead and headed back up to the truck, started getting ready to leave. But even though it was one and done, this has been a fantastic night. However, this video is going to have to turn into a two-parter, because tomorrow night we go out with Kevin with Nocturnal Solutions in these row crop fields to try to take care of these pigs that have been knocking down and just destroying all this farmer's corn and milo and literally stealing money right out of the heart of America's backbone workers, our farmers. And all that I can really tell you is that tomorrow night gets a little crazy.